Here is something that makes me genuinely angry every time someone over 30 says they are too late to start investing. They are usually not too late. They are just standing at the exact moment where waiting gets expensive. If you are 30, 35, even 40, and you feel behind, I get it. You open social media and some 22-year-old is talking about maxing a Roth IRA before breakfast. Then you look at your account, see almost nothing, and think, well, I missed the train. No, you missed the first train. That is different. My name is Josh, and I spend a lot of time thinking about how ordinary people lose money, not because they are lazy, but because shame freezes them. If you want the rules most people learn too late, hit subscribe. Because this one can change the next 30 years. Here is what nobody tells you. The danger after 30 is not that investing stops working. The danger is that your brain starts negotiating with delay. It says, I will start when I earn more. I will start when the market feels safer. I will start after the next bill, the next raise, the next perfect moment. That perfect moment is expensive. Run a simple example. If a 35-year-old invests $500 a month for 30 years and earns a hypothetical 7% average annual return, they end up with roughly $600,000 by 65. Not guaranteed, not magic. Just compounding doing what compounding does when you give it time. Now here is where it gets uncomfortable. If that same person waits until 45, the same $500 a month for 20 years becomes roughly $260,000. That 10-year delay can cost more than $300,000 of future money. That is not because 35 is young. It is because time is a multiplier, and the multiplier gets weaker every year you refuse to begin. Most people never notice this because the cost of waiting does not show up as a bill. Nobody sends you an invoice that says, "Congratulations. This month of hesitation cost your future self $800. The money just never appears." And that is why starting after 30 feels so emotionally confusing. You are not starting from zero. You are starting from regret. Regret makes people do two dangerous things. First, they chase. They buy risky stocks, crypto tips, leveraged funds, or whatever promises to make up for lost time. That is not investing. That is trying to sprint across a bridge you should be building plank by plank. Second, they avoid. They tell themselves it is pointless, so they keep cash sitting still for another year, and another, and another. Avoidance feels safe, but it quietly locks in the exact future they are afraid of. So let me break this down. If you are over 30, your job is not to beat the 22-year-old. Your job is to stop being beaten by the version of you who waits one more year. The action step is boring. Open a low-cost investment account if you need one. Choose a broad, low-cost index fund or target date fund that matches your retirement timeline. Automate a number you can actually keep doing. Even $200 a month matters if it becomes permanent. Then increase it when life gives you room. A raise, a paid-off loan, a smaller car payment, a bonus. The trick is not pretending you can suddenly invest like a millionaire. The trick is building a system that captures future income before lifestyle inflation eats it. I want you to hear this clearly. Starting at 30 plus is not a tragedy. Starting at 30 plus and still waiting at 40 is the tragedy because you probably still have 25 to 35 investing years left. That is a massive runway, but it only becomes a runway if you actually put money on it. So no, you are not too late. But you are too late to keep acting like delay is free. Your future self does not need you to be perfect. They need you to stop negotiating with the calendar. Start small, start automatic, start boring. Then let time do the part you cannot do by force.